Good evening, YouTube. It's Ebenezer with you here as always, and we hope all of our followers are doing extremely well out there in Australia and abroad. As always, thank you for following our Aussie history hunting adventures. Today's episode is split over 2 days in regional New South Wales, whilst our exploration crew were being chased down by an intense January heatwave. Historic photos. We have certainly studied a lot of them as part of our research, and these photos I'm sharing here are of the mighty Burriga copper mine that we explored on the first day near Bathurst's, New South Wales. A huge copper producer that extracted well over 1 million pounds of copper before the turn of the 20th century. And in contrast, here is what's left of the incredible Burriga site today. A very photogenic site, but after seeing how well established it was and how much ore it outputted, we were a little disappointed at how much remained at the site in the modern day. Although it was great to see that the chimney has been preserved and is now on the New South Wales Historical Registry. Day 2 of our explorations led us to this single historic image, this epic photo of what would have been the hotel that supported the surrounding population around Junction Point. So armed with only one photo, we mitigated our expectations of what we may find on the old reef workings, but we were truly amazed at what remained. So join us on this video for day 2 of this New South Wales adventure as John and I head into the hills of Bathurst, hunting down the old Washington Reef workings. Morning everybody, and happy Australia Day. John and I have gotten up very early, 4:45, and we are on our way to a long lost gold mine. It started in 1865, a very old one. And the creeks that surround us, they won gold from just panning, dredging, sluicing. With the gold amounts recovered are almost completely unrecorded until almost the year 1900. All we know is that they were measuring it in kilos. We're on our way to a gold mine. Should be a pretty one. And the particular reef that we're going to, it produced 6,500 ounces of gold, a little bit of silver. Oh, I can see it. John, first dump site. All right, we're inside a very pretty portal. Can you just hold that for 1 sec, please, John? Thank you, sir. You reckon this is already the footwall, John?
Looks like
They're
it.
driving along it.
Yeah, it looks like it does.
And this may be on the other side of the fault sheet away. What are you doing, buddy? Cool.
That's a breeze.
Yeah. This is one way to escape the Yeah, I was looking at that. Is that a bit? Might have a winds on our right, mate. Oh, I didn't see that on my maps. It's filled.
What's up?
Interesting. Oh, this must be like a transitional vein. Now I can see if you come next to my left, you can see it's a decent little stope though.
Yeah. Wayne fish it off to one side.
Yeah, you can see it. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
They chased it in.
Here too.
Oh, in there, yeah.
Could well be it.
All right. It's a nice gobbing. Yeah, so interesting gold mine, guys. Typical story. They won kilos of gold out of the creeks. Kilos. Oh, wow. Stope. Might have to go in there on the way back, John. I can see a timber. Well, they pulled 6,500 ounces out of this, so there's got to be more than just driving, yeah? Old timber on the ground there.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Juicy quartz in the backs. That's a nice fat load, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
We can chip that a bit out.
I know, look at it. It's pretty good looking stuff. Look at the big notch in that timber, John. That should be all the quartz ahead of us, yeah. Wow. Wonder why they didn't remove that. That whole area there is all quartz. Jesus.
Maybe I won't get anything out of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Clean and not that good fraction there, I guess.
Yeah.
Spots for rails, do you think?
Yep, definitely. Yeah, because it's the right gauge. And if they're rails, look at the gauge of it.
Yeah. Well, it's got a hanging on both sides.
I think maybe people have been in here very recently. Look at that dust.
Yeah, they've been chipping
Chipping it away, yeah.
Crushing up, I would guess.
Yep. Yeah, that looks very modern.
Yeah.
So yeah, very interesting mine, guys. And when they started working this reef lode that won them a lot of money, 25 other hard rock operations opened up, and I don't think any of them made any money, which means that this old girl was probably all the host of all that gold and quartz, and it had weathered all into the creeks. So initially, hundreds of millions of years ago, before this mountain eroded, the entire reef must have housed an incredible amount of gold, and these hard rock miners were just able to retrieve what was left in the vein. As you can see, it's a long tunnel.
Chipping out.
Yeah, very. Rock hounds have been in here. I don't think you're allowed to do that if you're watching this video, because we are in a conservation area. I do not think you're allowed to take a rock. We certainly never have.
And that size holes through there.
Oh. Look, I don't want to get that dirty on the way to South Australia. It'll be like a 22-hour drive today. That's a decent drive though, John.
Yeah.
Oh, have we lost the vein? Nope. I'm assuming these are all track ties because there's a flat part there, flat part there. No, those are the wombat turds. That's where they would have sat. They are wombat turds, John is correct. I don't want to see another wombat, John. I'm over them. I mean, I love them, but... Uh-oh, we're definitely going to encounter one. Hey, John, why do you think I made you go first, or ask you to go first? Oh, first little chamber. Interesting. Oh yeah, got these little hot pockets everywhere, don't you? Lots of people have been taking samples.
Yeah, and then take them back and dolling them up.
Yep, yeah, probably crushed up with hand dollies. Got little backyard crushers, whoever you are. Let us know in the comments if you got some gold. Oh, oh. So I wonder if that was fully gobbed and then the wombats bored it out. You reckon?
Perhaps, or they just never quite.
Imagine the happiness of a wombat though. They normally got a tunnel about, how deep underground do they go? Oh, is that end cap or set sagging, or is that just still on the backs? Yeah, careful going under it. Tin. Yeah, they used really heavy timbers for the rail, didn't they, John? Really heavy timbers were used for the rail.
Yeah.
Compared to what we've seen last couple of days on our trip. Oh, that's a cool shot, isn't it? Pick marks all along the backs. Yeah, it's probably the biggest stake yet, hey? Oh, that timber's doing a whole lot, John, look. That timber's doing heaps, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, pick marks.
Probably a platform there, I imagine. You want to say they're new or they're probably the old ones, aren't they, the original?
Yeah, I'd say so. Because that timber looks original. It's not.
Sort of quartzy mixed with other stuff in there. It's munched up.
Like a breccia?
Quartz fracture or something like that.
Right. The airflow stopped, so it's coming in.
Oh,
What?
winds here.
Oh, really?
Nice and nice out timbers here, are these?
Holy smokes. Whoa. This is not on the maps. So that's the vein there.
Getting wide as it goes down there too.
Yeah, and it bellies. So how thick would it be here, John?
30 centimetres and down,
And down to there.
70 centimetres.
Yeah, and I'm assuming because the stope opens up.
Yeah, so it's probably wider on this side.
Yeah. Wow. Do you reckon there's a drive down there? It would make sense there'd be a drive down there, would there? Because they're just driving down on that.
I don't know why they didn't drive down in other places. They did.
Yeah, they drove across, like they drove against the vein. What do you reckon the host rock is?
I have no idea. It looks metamorphic sediments, metamorphosed sediments of some sort.
We couldn't help ourselves. We've done the lot. We've done,
Dust.
yeah, a bit of dust. So I reckon they were skids for a really primitive skip. Yeah, so
That's about as far as it goes, is it?
well, I think maybe 100 odd years. Remember how old this is, mate? 18, late eight. By the time they got this far back, in the mid to late 1800s, it probably would have been 1880-ish, and they might have driven down on the reef,
Yeah.
and then they've maybe choked it with muck, and then stoped on the way back out.
Just hold up flat buckets on the...
Yeah. So it means up behind your back,
supplements, yeah.
there'd have to be like a little windlass up on the on the drive. Well, there we are, guys. It might have been quite a large windlass because the timber that we're at is just back there. There's the windlass notch. I wonder if it's still in here or if some bastard stole it. And guys, if you explore it,
Oh,
a bit
might
of
be the
mine.
second one. Maybe there's a
Oh,
something going down here.
oh, you reckon second windlass for this?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
A lot of backfill.
backfill.
And guys, if you ever explore abandoned mines, don't touch a goddamn thing. If everyone just takes one thing every 5 years, there'll be nothing left. It's part of Australian mining history. It doesn't belong in your front yard for you to tell your mates about it. At all.
I don't think that history's that old.
Alright, another draft can. Very popular drink. I found a couple of these over the last couple of days, and I think I dated that one to about 1986 era. So it's not super old. And that's a KB lager with a bullet hole in it.
Is that thickness right, you reckon? Or
Tamp?
maybe a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a shovel handle or a tamp rod. Oh, look at all the dust in front of your torch. If you shine it back up the hole,
Yeah.
look at it all.
Yeah, blowing.
Yeah, it's blowing. Nah, but can I maybe just give you... Alright, we're just down there a second ago. The wind is screaming through here. Not down that way.
How big's that hole?
I could crawl through it. I can't see any daylight. Yeah, no daylight. I think there's an upper level, John. I think there's an upper level. I reckon this is on the vein, goes to another adit, not necessarily open stope because we're too far underground. I reckon there's an upper adit. Alright. Not going to crawl through there because, like I just mentioned, I don't want to disturb this 150-year-old gobbed wall because it is cool. Alright, just want to have one last look at the main belly of the reef. You can see there are some vugs in there where there's been some quartz crystals that have grown. It's like a breccia because you got quartz mixed in with that.
It's smashed up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, full on. Because it got smashed up and all sorts of stuff has come up with it.
Yep. That's what you want, didn't you say, John?
Yeah.
Generally. You can see all the pyrite crystals in there. I can see them with my eye. But you might not be able to see them on the camera.
Nothing showing up.
On the UV.
Yeah, a couple.
But that's back to the host, which makes this entire, you wouldn't call it a pillar, but this is the lode that they were mining. And this is also the lode that they would have sunk down these Windsors on, which is, if you look at the strike of this, so the dip indicates that, the strike of this, we're going to follow behind this gobbed wall here and into this stope back near the portal. It's not breathing like the other one was though. A little bit of dust. And they've obviously sunk down on that same dip as well. And then once they've finished mining it, they've probably just choked it up with all of their muck, so they don't have to haul it out. Alright, I just need 2 hands to jimmy over this so I don't disturb the rocks. I'll see you guys in there. This may go nowhere, but we'll soon find out. Quartz changes composition here, hey? Does that yellow indicate a little bit of a sulfur content that's come up in the silica?
Maybe it's sulfur, probably.
Yes. Look at that. Alright, let's go explore that stope. Wombats don't eat birds, do they? So we've got a fox in here, maybe?
Maybe.
Hopefully something not bigger. Well, I think that's about as far as I'm going to push, guys. Can I please borrow the torch, John? Thank you, sir. That's the end of the stope just here. I can't see any juicy quartz in the back there. It's a little bit hard because you've got all that talky white stuff that's on the hanging wall here, but it's not backfilled either. It looks like the vein petered out. In fact, above our heads, I don't see anything juicy, so you can see some really old, again, 150-year-old timbering in here. Amazingly, the white ants get so far underground. All right, hope you enjoyed that adventure, guys. Happy Australia Day for 2024, even though we'll be airing this probably a couple of weeks later from QAM. Thank you, John, for coming up the mountain. And also thank you to John for getting up at 4:45 and joining me on this epic little adventure. Hey! Oh no, John, that was the black power. That was. I can only see one of your hands, so it looked like the black power salute again. Yeah, all right. Got to be careful these days, guys. Thank you, John. Happy Australia Day, everybody. See you guys on the next one.